Said roll around, sitting on doves. Can't lie, I was high on shrubs, cooling in my Escalade.
Cinetalk, back with another video. I'm Strange Wayne, Keys, and Nate. We're best friends. Best friends almost for a decade. The main thing we bond about is film. Hence, the film YouTube channel. So, we're putting our friendship to the test. I have my list of top 10 favorite films of all time to the side. I'm going to give him a list of 11 and see if he can put my top 10 favorite films in order. So, I'm going to list them off. And
sorry, I'm just going to go ahead and write number 1 down. This doesn't work.
So, the 11 films I'm going to give him in no order, obviously, is going to be Fight Club, Rocky, Clockwork Orange, A Bronx Tale, When Harry Met Sally,
Stupid.
Casablanca, Creed, The Django Unchained, Pulp Fiction, Goodfellas, and Dazed and Confused.
6.5 hours later.
We are back after 45 minutes. Shows who's a shitty friend or not.
Oh, you're going to fuck my list up so bad.
Shit, probably. But tell us my top 10 in your opinion and why.
Alright, so number 10, this was...
No, save it for the end. I'll say what'd you leave off, but that takes the fun out of things.
Well,
right?
it was going to be part of this part of your number 10 because I had it down to 2 that I was going to try to pick for your number 10. Maybe I'm off. Maybe these weren't your bottom 2. So my guess was that your bottom 2 were going to be Fight Club and When Harry Met Sally.
Wrong on both.
Really?
Yes.
They're both in your list. All right. Well, I'm already.
Fight Club is the one that's left out. I watched it today.
Oh, well then I was right. I knew one of them was off your list.
Like, it didn't have enough to...
Yeah, well...
What that mean?
So I didn't go with Fight Club. I put When Harry Met Sally at number 10.
Top 15? Honestly, it would have been top 15, most definitely.
Yeah.
Harry Met Sally is also wrong. It's not my number 10.
Okay. Number 9, I went Creed.
Why?
It was mostly just in comparing it to all these other movies. You have so many just absolute classics on your list. You know, I know how much you love mob movies. I know how much you love shysters. There's a lot of both of those things on this list. But I mean, Rocky is like at the heart of your movie love.
Yeah.
You know, and Creed is just such an excellent continuation of that story. I mean, I remember when it came out. I mean, I know you cry every time you watch that movie. It's 100% on your list. Just when balancing it against everything else, I really didn't know where to put it. I figured it was going to be 7, 8, or 9, and I just went with 9, comparing it to the 2 that I put above it, knowing how much you talk about them.
Wrong again.
Okay. Number 8, I went Clockwork Orange.
Wrong again.
Okay. Close?
Yeah, close.
Okay.
The closest one so far.
Wow.
I figured it'd be on the bottom of your list somewhere.
Okay.
Like, you love Kubrick. You talk about this movie more than I hear you talk about any other Kubrick movie. And it's the freaking masterpiece, so it makes sense. All right, so we got 2 Tarantino movies on the list. Our love for Pulp Fiction is undeniable. There's no way it's in your bottom 5. And I figured one of them probably was, so at 7 I went Django.
Close, no cigar.
Close but no cigar. Gotcha. I figured, yeah, it was in that 6, 7, 8 range. I wasn't 100% sure.
Closest one yet.
That was the closest one yet?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha. So I'm guessing I'm only 1 off on Django. 6, I went Dazed and Confused. You just love this movie. Like, I mean, you just talk about how much you love this movie all the time. It kind of stands out compared to all your other ones. So I wanted to put it in the middle somewhere. I feel like maybe it's lower after having listened to all this other stuff.
Yeah.
So
your reasoning behind it is very, like...
Yeah.
Very good. Like, it's a mix between everything and it's so different from everything. So it's right in the middle.
I gotcha.
But yeah, you are off on that.
My number 5 was the one I was most unsure about. I wanted to put it lower, and now I definitely kind of wish that I had. It might have helped the rest of my list out. Number 5, I went Casablanca. Was I right in my reasoning there?
I'm sorry. What's your reasoning?
Well, so the reason I put it at number 5 was, I mean, we talk about how freaking amazing that movie is all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so good, you know. And I mean, I felt really good about your top 4. Maybe I'm wrong, but I assumed Casablanca would be at the top of your list. But comparing it to the movies that I put at your top 4, I know you don't love it as much as you love these movies. So,
The reasoning behind it is spot on.
yeah.
The like where it's at in the list is off.
Okay. I got you.
And that is very close top 5 though.
Okay.
It's not top 5.
So it is a little lower.
Yeah, a little lower.
Okay, I got you. All right, number 4, I went Goodfellas. Just missed.
Not just miss. It's a little. You're in the ballpark,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Okay. That's surprising to me because you love this movie so much.
yeah, I do.
So I'm interesting. I'm interested to hear your thought process, your own list, because the way that you talk about Goodfellas, I mean, you talk about it like it's got to be up there.
Yeah.
Number 3, I went with the other Tarantino, Pulp Fiction.
Number 3.
Yeah.
You finally got one, kid.
I got it right.
Yeah.
Okay. I felt pretty good about that one. I definitely wasn't. I couldn't put it under Goodfellas, which was what I thought
Yeah.
was your number 4.
Yeah.
So it landed safely at number 3. And I felt really good about your 1 and 2, and I still feel pretty good about them. So we'll see. Number 2, this was so tough because when I put it your number 1, I've heard you say that it's probably your favorite movie, but I know how much you love what I put at number 2. So
Yeah.
I went ahead and put Rocky at number 2. If anyone who watches our channel any sort of decent amount, which are going to be the only people who watch this video, know how much you love Rocky. They know we argue about it. They know it's. We don't need to go into Rocky. And then number 1, I went Bronx Tale. Because I've literally heard you say that that's your favorite movie before.
Makes sense.
1, 2, and 3 are all correct.
Nice. Okay, I'll take that. I got your
You got
top,
the top
3
3.
favorite movies right.
You know,
All right.
I'll fuck with it. Number 1, Bronx Tale. So it's very relatable. So that's why that's my number 1. Rocky, number 2. Just like I grew up with this movie and this franchise and everything, so it has a special place in my heart. It's always the movie I go to when I need anything. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't matter what the emotion is, when I need anything, I go to that movie. Pulp Fiction, number 3, is without that movie, neither of us would be having a film channel, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
It like took me in my next film loving space. This is gonna be a surprise to you. Mm-hmm. Harry Met Sally, number 4.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Did you rewatch that one for the list? Or you just knew?
No, I watched it.
I know you've watched it a ton this year.
Yeah, at least 5 or 6 times this year.
Yeah.
And because of that, like watching it for different reasons and like noticing new things, it was definitely bumped super high on the list because of that. Harry Met Sally, number 4. Number 5 is Creed. I love the same thing, you know what I'm saying? So now, when I watch Rocky, 8 out of 10 times I'm watching Creed right afterwards.
Okay. Wow.
Like, it's my generation's Rocky. It has things that I can go outside and see and relate to. And because of the update, it's the perfect update. you know?
Oh, it's great. It's phenomenal.
So number 5 is Creed. That's top 5. Number 6 is Goodfellas. I'm very, very close. I rewatched it for the list. And it's still a phenomenal fucking film.
Clearly, no debate.
But after I've seen it 100 times, you know,
Okay.
there's nothing else to pick up on.
You talk about that movie so much.
Yeah, because there's so much iconicness in the movie.
Yeah.
But towards the end, it's like I've seen it 100 times, you know?
Okay.
I usually I can miss the ending to that movie and be alright. Because I've seen it 100 times.
Right.
It's my problem because I've overwatched it. Same reason why Fight Club did not make the list. I've watched this movie way too many times. It's still top 15. This is definitely in top 15. It was the one that was left off because it's my number 11. You know, if I had to make a number 11, that would be it.
Yeah.
Next, Casablanca, number 7. I think because we're friends and our love for this film, it gets talked about a ton and was probably why it's so high. But it's Casablanca.
Yeah.
It's one of the greatest movies of all time.
Maybe the.
That's your opinion. Thanks for helping me on your list, bud. Next, Django Unchained. Number 8. Again, Tarantino. I love Westerns.
What number is Django?
8. So he's one off.
Oh, I was only one off.
Yeah. So, this is just like his second best movie to me, hands down, because obviously it's in my top 10. But just how he goes through so much time period and makes it flow so easy. Like, this is a long movie, but it never feels like the runtime, you know?
Yeah, for
Same
sure.
thing with Pulp Fiction. Like, this is just a fun movie. Next, Clockwork Orange number 9.
Man,
This-
went off again.
Easily my favorite Kubrick film.
Ease. With the greatest of ease.
That's right.
It's kind of like Fight Club. Because you're watching a psychopath go throughout life. I just get more from this movie. Because there's so much underlining that Kubrick put into this. And like the characters and how the world is built and everything. So because that's my number 9. Number 10, Dazed and Confused. Which I was surprised that it was so high on your list. But I love this film. This movie is like the epitome of friendship. You know, you can
Right.
watch it and feel like you're in this group, in this clique, and these friends are your friends. It's the perfect hangout movie. It's the perfect movie to throw on, to hear in the background. You know, like Pulp Fiction. I gotta sit down and watch Pulp Fiction. You know,
Side note.
I saw it in theaters this year for the first time ever in theaters. And Pulp Fiction slid on the screen, and you heard the music and everything. I started crying
Nice.
because I love that movie so much.
Yeah.
But Bad Days and Confused, perfect hangout movie. That's why it's my top 10. It's
Nice.
just so easy. It's so rewatchable because it's such an easy watch.
Yeah, love that. I knew you were going to have a surprise on your list. I gambled with Dazed and Confused. I knew it would be on there, but turns out it was When Harry Met Sally.
Well, there you have it, folks.
That's my top 10 favorite movies of all time. He's not as shitty as the friends I thought he was.
Facts.
Tell us what you thought about the video down in the comment section below. Watch his video, which should be out there somewhere. And like, comment, and subscribe.
Not a single Spielberg movie.